Salamat hari, senang bertanya kepada semua orang, guru-guru, skala 1 dan 2 Assunta, ahli-ahli, PIBG dan ibu bapa, skala 1, 2, dan skala meninggal. Ya. Hari ini kami di Dewan Kathleen sebab itu YTL, anak-anak YTL, penuntut di sekolah menengah Assunta, sebab itu kami ada air conditioning room sebagai tinggal hari ini. But it wasn't always like that. And one of the reasons we're here this afternoon is maybe to express that I was, towards the end of my days, I'm a little bit upset when I hear that already our children in our primary school are not all wanting to come to Assunta Secondary, when we had founded that to be the feeder school. Most of the mission schools like St. John's, they have St. John's Primary, across the road St. John's Secondary, Convent Bukit Nanas Primary, Secondary, in the same ground. And we started out like that over in Jalan Assunta, but the secondary school got too huge, and we had to move away. But it still means we are one unit. And it looked like we were getting divorced from what I heard. That some of the parents, and I don't know whether it is who is not encouraging them, that when they're in Assunta Primary, we are preparing them, giving them the outlook on life, giving them the values and the tradition of the Assunta family. And I was kind of very sad. So it's one of the reasons that the alumni and the boards of the 3 schools got together and said we have this gathering, hopefully to unite us a little bit more. And that's the main purpose of this afternoon. I began with a few words in Bahasa because I'm proud to say that on 10/10/66, Sakalo, Enam, Sister Assunta, Sister Leticia Young, who is from Sichuan, and I, from Tipperary, Ireland, became Malaysian citizens. When I opened my mouth, I tried to say a few words, even my accent isn't quite bagus, but anyway, I chewed a little bit. So in those days when Leticia came, it was way back, I was 55, she came in 56. And just for you to know, maybe when you walk in here, or you walk into Assunta Primary and there's a lovely stairs and everything is fine, we had to go with the other sisters, knocking at doors in PJ. At that time there was only part of Section 4 and the old town. There was no Section 6, no Section 5, nothing here, only jungle. And knocking at doors for people to send their daughters so we could start Assunta Primary School with our first Standard 1 in 1955. I came in January 55. And, in those days we didn't have the YTL parents. We only had our own salaries. And I don't know if some of you know that brothers like brother here this afternoon and sisters in this country, we work like Peace Corps. Yeah, we don't have a salary, we just had an allowance. And with that allowance, we were supposed to go up till we were 65. And we could not be transferable because we lived in community. But we got very little money, but even so, as soon as 55, 56, 57, the early years, as soon as our salary came in this door, it was going out the other door to the contractor. So actually everything we earned, I'm sure, brother, it was the same with the brothers, was going back in to build the schools. of course, the parents and the teachers and the community. And in PJ, people have done how many food fairs, fun fairs, walkathons, jogathons, so that you see today the school in which we're standing, the library you saw just now, the other side also, except at one stage, our mother general, we have all our salaries, if we had anything left over, are sent into one big fund. And they said Enda will not be able to survive. She's dropped dead with all that money raising. So they paid the whole lot for the labs, the original library, the administration. Before that, the ministry did help a little bit. Those of you from Assunta Primary, your school hall and the classes above the school hall are on the basis of dollar for dollar. The Ministry of Education gave $1 and we gave the other $1. So part of the primary school, has been held. And I think in the secondary school, part of our junior block. But then that went down with time, and in the end, it's all been put up with help from the local community. So that is why, in conscience also, those of us who know that have a responsibility to see that tradition is continued. All right? And so we are hoping that those of you, especially in the primary school, will have that in mind, that you are preparing the girls as far as possible to come to the secondary. I think all the straight A's and all that are chosen often by the ministry to go to Sri Aman, because now Sri Aman is one of the special schools. At one stage, all the top teachers from Assunta Primary were taken to Kampong Tumpu Primary School to create that as the school that would feed into Sri Aman. You know, so but we still, all right, we don't envy that, but we still, since we're still alive and we're still going on, we hope that Assunta Primary will continue to be our feeder school. And we're not a school that goes all for straight A's. Whenever I'm asked, the people I'm most proud of, is she here today? Is Dr. Hartini here? She's not. The two people I will say first, very often everybody will say Zeti, because she is the governor of Bank Negara. But I will always say first, Dr. Jamila Mahmood. Dr. Jamila Mahmood is the foundress of Mercy Malaysia. And now we have Hartini on our board, and she has 2 homes already that she has established down in the Chowkit Road area for the children of those poor ladies, you know, ladies of the night, if you like, who have no background. For me, that's the spirit. These are the kind of girls I want to see walking out 9/5 when they finish their school, not straight A's. We're very happy, of course, if they get straight A's or B's and they become doctors and engineers and lawyers. The country needs that. But we need more of the Jamilas and the Dr. Martinis. So therefore, I'm hoping that the primary heads and the teachers in the primary school keep that in mind. That is one of the main reasons we're here today. And to get to know each other, of course, better, and to keep that spirit alive. I thank the alumni for what they put in today's gathering. Thank you very much. God bless you for your work. And enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you, Sister Enda. This is not put up by the alumni. It so happens that the idea was mooted by Peggy, who's a board member and alumni member. She said, why don't we get all the heads and the PIPGs and the board members to meet? Yeah. And then they said, okay, why don't we have it? And then since Peggy came up with the idea, okay, Peggy, you go ahead. And Pat here says, yeah, I support. And Pat says, God, you come in, and that's it. So this is not an alumni event, but an event of Assunta.
That is why, if you notice, I changed our school logo. It does not read SK Assunta 1, SK Assunta 2, nor SMK Assunta. It reads as Assunta School, as Assunta Family. And we hope that in the future, all our school logos will carry this instead. So we are seen as one. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. So we are here. We know you sacrificed your afternoon for a good purpose. And yes, I noted down here while Sister was talking that she is a Malaysian and she has already said she's a Malaysian here. And just to share a little bit, to lighten the mood. You know, when Sister first became, I left school already by that time and she became a Malaysian. She wanted to exercise her expertise in Bahasa. So she would tell the girls, those days, assembly is at the car park. And she would stand on the bench behind a little bench. And she would say, Murid, sila maju hadapan. Please come forward. Murid, sila maju hadapan. That is with a strong Irish accent. And she taught kindergarten when she first came. My sister went to Assunta kindergarten. And being Irish from cold island, she told the girls. So today, my sister, who's a nurse, retired nurse, you know what Sister Enda told the girls? Girls, you must remember to bathe at least once a week. True, right? Sister said that. Right. So we're going to break up for tea. I saw that some of you had mingled around just now, but I give you a chance to mingle more. While you are having tea and getting food over there, please find out, get to know 3 persons, not from your school or your PIDG or your board member, 3 persons, just 3. Get to know the person, right? Which board she belongs to and whatever you want to know about the person. And while you're having tea, I'll give you time to eat. I will call you at random when you're finished your tea. Come and tell me the names of the 3 persons. Just a few of you. I don't know who I'm going to call. I have no idea. So please adjourn for tea. Bon appetit. Oh yes, before we adjourn for tea, let us celebrate today with Sister. We invite Sister to, yes, Sister. The cue is for you to, your signature calling to order.